So we are recording. Let me mute you guys a minute. Okay. So this is, hi Tim, how's it going? Oh, Irma, I muted you. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
There, now you can say hi to him.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Tim, this is Maria. Maria, this is Tim. All right.
Can't hear you. Can you hear
Maybe
me?
you.
He's muted. Hold on, he's figuring out his audio a minute.
Yeah.
Does that work? Does that work? Hey, check, check.
That's better.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
That's better. There you go.
You hear now?
You calling the chickens?
Yeah. Check, check, check. Is it loud enough? Can you hear me?
No, you're really quiet.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Oh, me. I'm just a quiet
Too
guy.
quiet for this group.
Yeah, you're just a quiet guy. That's it, Tim. All right. Well, I am going to start with going over follow-ups. I know I said like pages, but we'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to start by tracking follow-ups because I know as you guys are contacting people that you need to make sure you're following up, because one of the biggest mistakes I made early on in my business was not following up with people, and you'd go back and months later find a message and you were the one that dropped the ball. So don't be the one that drops the ball. Not everyone is going to do follow-ups the way that I do them, and that's okay, but I just want to give you a starting point of somewhere you can go and build from. So the first thing that I do is anyone that I contact about anything, whether it be 21 Day Fix or Shakeology or Clean Eating Group, anything goes into, it's just nothing fancy, just a spiral bound notebook, and then they go on a list of follow-ups. So over the last couple of months, I have gotten a huge list of follow-ups. If they are personally invited and they get back to me, hi, Miss Amanda. If they're personally invited and get back to me, then they have a star next to them. So that means I have chatted with them about something. People without stars are people that either never messaged me back or are holding off for right now, but they are people once a month I just reach out to and check in with them. If it's somebody that says, you know, I need to chat with my husband, or if it's somebody that I message and they say they don't have time to talk right now, then I put them into, this is just my day planner. And can you guys see that if I hold it up close?
Mm-hmm.
So then they go just onto whatever day. So if somebody says, you know, this month isn't a good month, then I say, okay, I'll continue to check in with you from time to time. And I go 1 month from that day and write their name down on that day. And every day when I sit down to work my business, I pull my planner out. I make sure that I am touching base with somebody. You don't want to forget about them, because after a while, they're going to forget about you. So just make sure that you are putting in your invites. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I have downstairs, I have just a blank calendar that I print out. And on there, you could write the 3 names of the people you invited that day. And this just gives you your whole month at a glance. It helps you track who you're talking to and gives you a starting point for the next month. You can kind of go back and say, you know, okay, this person needed to wait a month, so I need to check in with them. Or this person never got back to me. I should just check and see if they even got my message. So those are kind of my ways that I do follow-ups or keep track of my follow-ups. As Tim can attest to, and even Irma, over the last couple of months, I have been seeing a lot more success with my business since I started. I started this, I think, in January. Well, when was our last Super Saturday? Was it January?
Yeah, would have been.
Yeah. So that was when I kind of stole this idea from Brent. I saw him writing names in a planner. I had no idea why he was writing them in there, but I was like, that's a really good way. Turns out this wasn't at all why he was writing in there. But it just gives me a way, like I said, to keep track of what's going on. And it, even as you start to get coaches, reminds you, to check in with your coaches from time to time. The rest of my life, as you can see by the date, is also in here. I mean, this is my planner for everything, but I made sure to get one that was big enough for that purpose. And then in the month at a glance, I think you can see that, like the first week of next month is the clean eating group. And then the 16th of that month is when I'm going to start a challenge group. So that's all laid out in my planner for me to help me plan. And that's kind of where we're going to go into the next part of this is you'll hear a lot of coaches talk about doing yard sales. And as much as I would love to train you guys on yard sales, I just don't see that being a great way to build your business. Watching some of the top coaches in our company and modeling myself after them, that's not what they're doing. They're not posting buy my stuff in different yard sale groups on Facebook. They are having people come to them. So I started digging into, well, how are they doing that? How are they getting people coming to them? Anita Myron got up at Super Saturday last month and told us she has 36 to 50 people a month contacting her. That's not her sending out private invites. That's not her doing anything but sitting at home and waiting for 36 to 50 people messaging her. And the way that she did that, as I watch her YouTube videos and watch her on Facebook, is she's doing clean eating groups. She's doing this all through her like page, which we'll get into in a few minutes. But she is doing a clean eating group at the beginning of the month. And then as she gets people going through her clean eating group, she's building that trust. She gives them a 5-day meal plan. She gives them the recipes for the meal plan, and she gives them the shopping list. During that week, she talks to them about their exercise. She talks to them about their water. She talks to them about adding Shakeology in, and builds that trust, because in order for your customers or your challengers to believe in you, you have to build that trust. And even for just random people to start following you, you need to build that trust. And the clean eating group is a great way to do that. So I posted on my like page today, which I believe all of you are following. If not, you don't have to. But the clean eating group, I posted today that I was going to start one May 2nd. So I'll start getting people interested in it now, get them added to that group. And then there's posts, and she has all those posts on her website. So it's literally can be a copy and paste. The first one I did copy and paste, but this one I am going to tweak a little bit to be more me. The one thing Irma and I noticed about her meal plan and her recipes and her shopping list was it was a lot of eating the same thing. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions I think people get from doing clean eating or from even doing our challenge groups, is that you have to eat chicken breasts all the time, or you have to eat fish all the time. And that's, as you know, as we've all been learning from this, that's not the case. You don't have to just eat a grilled chicken breast 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week, and have the same thing for lunch and do a salad for lunch. There are so many different ways to do it. So I am working on my meal plan for next week right now, and I'm just going to post it. I'm going to post it in a much more first-time user-friendly format, because I think my format that I use and that I post in the challenge group can be a little bit overwhelming for somebody that's not used to it. And then I do put Shakeology on there, or a protein shake, or a smoothie, or whatever they want to do. But putting the Shakeology in there doesn't mean that they have to be using it, but it may get somebody questioning, what is this? Or, you're drinking this every morning. Maybe there's something to this. And then midweek, you start talking about your fitness and your, 30-minute workouts that you're doing or whatever workout program you're doing. And then on Saturday or Sunday, after the group is done, you just make sure you check in with your people that are in that group and ask them if they have any other questions, or that's when you start inviting them and just say, you've done a 5-day clean eating group. How do you think it went? And is it something that you're interested in continuing? Because I have a program that uses the same type of meal plan and the same type of fitness that we've been doing, and it's starting next week. So you're starting that conversation with people, and even if you only get 5 or 10 people the first time, that's 5 or 10 people that are interested in that weren't interested in it the first time or a month ago. So that's kind of what I have on clean eating groups. Like I said, I am starting one May 2nd. Feel free, all of you, to post it on your page and add them into our group. There's no reason we can't do one big group for all of our coaches. It will just mean making sure you're following up with whoever you add to that group. So if you have people that need to be put into that group, just let me know, and I will make you admin so you can add them to the group. I think I made it a public group this time instead of a closed group, just because they're not posting before or after pictures. There's nothing super secret in there. So, if somebody stumbles upon it and adds themselves, who cares? So feel free, like I said, to use that group. If you think you're ready and want to do one on your own, go for it. I would love to be added to it and see how it goes. Irma, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Nope.
Amanda, did you have something?
Do you almost always go towards 21 Day Fix after that? Because I know there's a lot of programs that use the same meal plan.
There are. I struggle with this, and this is probably one of my biggest downfalls. 21 Day Fix was a game changer for me. That's my, what do they call it? Your soulmate program or your soulmate trainer. So I think 21 Day Fix is great for people that are their first time, they're new to fitness or they're new to working out. They're new to the whole nutrition. So I do, but you could definitely push it. You could do 22-minute hardcore. There's Insanity Max 30 uses the same containers. I'm trying to think, there's another 21 Day Fix Extreme uses those containers. Does PiYo use them?
Hammer and chisel.
Oh, Hammer and Chisel uses them. Does PiYo?
No.
I didn't think so.
But not all of the programs do have the containers, right?
No, I know Insanity Max 30 uses the same program, but I don't know that it comes with the containers.
You have to order the deluxe package or something like that, I think, to get it,
Yeah.
or you have to order them separately or something. But same as the Master Hammer and Chisel, you have to order the deluxe package and then you get the containers with it.
Okay.
Can you order the deluxe package with the challenge pack?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Not from like the Team Beachbody, not from the mobile app. You have to go in and actually.
Of course not.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of a tricky thing for us, but it was interesting to see if the same foods were listed, and there were some extra different kinds of foods that they'll let you add into the containers for the 22 hardcore. So.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know, why, but.
Because it's different.
That
Yeah.
doesn't come with the containers, does it?
What's that?
No, you have to order the deluxe package.
Okay, only if you, okay.
Yeah. But.
I know some of them don't even come with the shaker cup, and it comes with Shakeology,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
So just make sure you're reading your program descriptions before you tell people what comes with a program.
Right.
Some of us learn that the hard way, that you need to make sure. And you can buy, I think, like 6 shaker cups for like, I want to say
$10.
$10. So,
I order every time I put an order in, I just buy another box of shaker cups because I give them away at Fit Club. So
Yeah.
for people
Well,
who
it's
are
not a
new,
bad idea. That way,
So-
if somebody doesn't get one, I mean, it costs you less than $5 to make them happy because they didn't get a shaker cup. So, and like you said, give them away at Fit Club, or if you're doing like a Shakeology sample thing or whatever. They're just a cheap, easy, free advertising type of thing. So, like pages was the next thing I wanted to hit on. I know, Maria, don't stress out. I know with you still learning how to do all of this on Facebook. But I've been doing lots of research, and I have been watching lots of YouTube videos on like pages and coaches and the way that they use them. I'm wishing I would have started mine sooner. I'm wishing that I hadn't posted so much on my personal page, because a lot of my friends, I'm finding, turn me off of their newsfeed because they were sick of seeing my 21 Day Fix posts or my whatever
Everybody
post
saying something to me.
having to do with that. So having the like page makes it so that they have to like it. If they don't like it, then they're not necessarily going to see it unless you pay to boost it and whatnot. But before we get into the paying for all of that, if you create a like page, there are 4 things that you should post on there. Don't just post, buy my stuff. Don't just post, this is what I ate. Don't just post, here's my Shakeology. You should be drinking Shakeology. They say there's 4 things you should be posting on your like page. Teaching, preaching, sharing, and laughing. If you're teaching, you should be giving them some sort of value. My stance that I've taken on this is my meal planning. You all know that it's my favorite. It's my favorite part of all of this is the meal planning. I look forward to doing it on Wednesdays. I look forward to posting in the group, and I look forward to prepping it and cooking it. I know I'm crazy, but I just enjoy it. So for me, that's what I like to do, is teach people different ways to plan for meals, different ways to prep their meals. So I try and post something about that each day. Preaching, something you're passionate about. What are you and who are you? Making sure you're sharing your realness. The preaching and sharing kind of go together. Sharing what you're going through in life, and sharing, what, not only your goods, but your bads. I mean, if you have a horrible weekend because, somebody passed away, or you have a bad weekend because you went out drinking with friends, post that. People need to know that you're real. We are not perfect 100% of the time. Just because we're Beachbody coaches doesn't mean I don't have an adult beverage. I know, Tim, I'm not perfect. You heard me. It's recorded. It's going to be posted. But just because we're coaches doesn't mean we can't screw up. I had a prime example of this last week just before my half marathon. I didn't stick with the containers. I kept telling myself I need to carb overload because I'm going to run. Yeah, me carb overloading put on 5 pounds in a week. So now the 5 pounds that I lost over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm having to take back off. So sharing those struggles, because people need to see that you're real. People need to see that not only are you doing this, but you're struggling with them. You're a real person. And then laughing, authentically being yourself. Like I post when I take the kids to the zoo, or when I do dumb things, because we all know I do a lot of them. So sharing those with people and just letting them in. So that is kind of where you need to go with the like pages. The nice thing about your like page, as opposed to using your personal page, is you can schedule your posts. So when I get up and do my workouts in the morning, I typically, lately, the last couple days because I've been getting up and getting it done. Your sweaty selfies, posting what workout you're doing, or like I took a picture of my weights this morning and just said, you know, these are my tools, what's in your toolbox, and just trying to get people to interact. But I posted that one right away, but then like I scheduled a post about meal planning for noon, and I typically do a scheduled post in the evening for, you know, just whatever, kind of going through the day. And if I come up with 3 or 4 posts, then putting them all in there, and you can schedule exactly what time you want those posts to happen. So the nice thing is I can do it at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my like page is being posted on throughout the day. So that's something nice that you can't do on your personal page, and you don't have to, I mean, when you work and you can't always be on your phone, I have the ability to be able to put kids down for a nap and, you know, hang out on my computer. And in the evening, I mean, I can have my phone on me all day. I get to do what I want. I am my own boss at home. But for those of you teaching in a classroom or working outside of the home, you can't be like, hold on, kids, I need to post on my Facebook page for my business. Just, I mean, you can, just typically doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What questions do you have before I go any further?
I wanted to add real quick that I've been using the scheduling a post thing, and it's really kind of cool because, just for example, Irma, I stole your thing. I don't know if you even noticed that, but I stole your post the other day. I think I've stolen a couple of them already. Thank you very much. But what I'm doing is when I go through, you know, and I'm scrolling through, usually it's in the morning or at lunch or whatever, and I see posts from other coaches or other people that I follow, and it looks like something that's neat. I'll grab that picture and maybe the text, like the one you had about, you know, there was something about doing these things first or something. I can't remember.
Fitness plan, yeah.
Yeah, and then I just go to my like page real quick, put the photo in there, and then, you know, make a post and then schedule it for 3 days later or whatever. You know, I'm experimenting with different times of the day to see which ones get the most action or likes or whatever, or views, because it does tell you how many people view it. So, but that's been something that I've used a lot. So,
Yep. And that's the other thing I kind of wanted to hit on with your like page. It tells you exactly how many people have liked it, how many people have shared it, how many people are seeing it that like your page, and how many people that let's say Amanda likes something on my page, it pops up on her page that she liked something on my like page, and now all of her friends can see that, which is going to pull in more people. I think in the last week I've had 9 people 9 people start following my page or like my page. And the nice thing about that is they're 9 people that I don't even know who they are. So, Tim had to go to, Tim's going to start the endurance meeting. I was like, what's he waiting for? But the nice thing about that is you can completely, like he said, you can see how many people your post has reached. So there are times where my post reaches over 140 people, and there are times where it only reaches 12. But it's nice that, like he said, it keeps track of that. I have noticed pictures. Pictures are a big, big thing. More people look at it, more people share it, more people like it if it's a picture. Which, like I said, you know, when you like it, then all of your friends can see it. So the one thing I do want to tell you with that is be careful liking things on each other's pages. Not that it's the end of the world, but when Amanda likes something on my page, then her friends could start following me, and if I don't realize it, then if one of her friends contacts me, now that's a challenger she could have had, but because they started following my page because she liked something, unfortunately for Amanda and I, we have a lot of overlap. We went to high school together, and I was in her hospital room the day after she was born. Our dads are they are best friends. So we have a lot of overlap. So I would typically know if it's one of her friends. But for example, Maria and I have a lot of overlap too for a totally different reason. but we just have to be careful because I wouldn't necessarily know, one of Maria's friends could like something, or if Maria likes something on my page, one of her friends could like it, and then one of their friends could like it. I mean, it can just grow exponentially. The nice thing also is Facebook gives you a limit as to how many friends you can have. Granted, I'm not anywhere close. I think it's like 5,000. Just over 1,100, so I'm not too worried about it. But with your like page, there's no limit to how many people can like your page. With that, you can pay. You can pay to run different ads. You can pay to have people like your page. You can do different things like that. I'm experimenting with it at this point. I would not suggest getting a like page and boosting it right away so that it's costing you money. But I spent $10 at the beginning of last week, and my ad is running through May 1st. And so far, I've spent $10. I've gotten 9 people that I don't even know that are now following my page, and 2 of those people have contacted me about 21 Day Fix. So the way I see it, I spent $10. I've made 2 new contacts that I'm in contact with. Even if I only sell 1 challenge pack, I have quadrupled my money. So like I said, I'm experimenting with it. I believe Tim may be talking about on their call tonight. He's been talking to a guy who's like a Facebook marketing expert. So I'm hoping to watch that recording tomorrow and get some tidbits from what he learned. But a lot of this is experimentation. But like I said, I would much rather get you guys like pages going and train you on that and the free groups than try and teach you yard sales. So if you hear other coaches talking about, if you're already in a couple of yard sales and dabbling with it, that is fantastic. But I wouldn't add too many more or do too much more with that. I think that's why Brent and I are being thrown in jail. People can report you as spam. If you're a like page, they can't report you as spam. It's your business page. So I am going to, I think I already did, but maybe not. I'm going to post in the group a video by Anita Myron that talks about like pages and clean eating groups. Watch it when you have some time. It's a great one to kind of segment out. There, I think, are like 4 different segments to it. I think it's like a 40-minute video, but you can do it in like 10-minute increments. And it's nothing that you have to watch. So if you want to turn it on while you're driving from Hudsonville to Holland to work, totally do that. It's definitely just a sit back and listen to it, not have to watch anything. But I will, like I said, post that in the group. I would highly, highly suggest finding her like page and liking it and just follow it. Once you like it, you don't necessarily have to like anything on her page or comment or anything, but she's a great person. I mean, one of the top 10 coaches in the entire company, and she lives right here in Grand Rapids. Actually, I think they're in Holland. But anyway, she is a fantastic role model. I mean, I can't think of anyone else that I'd want to follow my business after than one of the top 10 coaches in the company. She spoke, like I said, she spoke at our Super Saturday. So I would highly suggest finding, I think her like page is called Anita Get Fit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. If you can't find it, let me know and I will help you with that. But before we run out of time in 7 minutes and 39 seconds, does anyone have any questions? I threw a lot of information. So feel free to go back and rewatch the video to pick up the tidbits. But do you have any questions at all?
Not yet.
Post them in the group as you come up with them. And I will, like I said, I'll get some of that stuff thrown up on the page for you tomorrow, and I'll get this video up tomorrow because we all know it's way past my bedtime. So, and the video has to do something, but I am going to turn that